Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Let rain fall, let rain
And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter, along with our odds maker, Keith Fusel. All right, now the fun starts. We're done with all the family stuff. Hope you had a nice Thanksgiving. Guys' day out today. Stay away from all the shopping malls. Come on out today. Great live racing today. We're giving away a bunch of stuff. Prize drawings before races 7 and 8 with a chance to win Baltimore football tickets, Preakness tickets, dining gift cards, and more. All that with a program purchase. Also a tasty barbecue buffet and tips for $25 a person. Drink specials offered. So I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving. Ready for a nice guys' day out today.
I did. Got out of here a little bit late yesterday, but was able to sneak up to my brother's and had some of the scraps that were left. There's
right.
Animals just kind of went through everything.
Right.
Had a little apple pie, had some pumpkin pie, had a little bit of turkey and some dressing. So it was good to see everybody.
I got the pumpkin pie out of here, and that was a winner. Try to see if I can scrounge up an apple pie today. But we had a big crowd out here yesterday. Good live card yesterday for the big crowd. We have a nice carryover today in our 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Starts in race 5 today on the 10-race program. That's a little shy of 5,200 there in the Pick 6 carryover. Also the Rolling Super High 5, a little carryover, a little shy of 2,400. That's Super High 5. That starts in race 7 today. So a couple nice carryovers on the day, and it's getting warmer today. Clear, no rain today. Let's see, we're off the turf, so got to do a little re-handicapping. But main track is fast, and it was a fair play and fast track yesterday.
It was, and boy, did we have some prices yesterday.
Yeah.
Corajon, $33. Munificent off the claim for Mary Epler, $57.80. Risky Town for Jason Egan.
Yeah.
Horse we liked a little bit there on the show. Hope you caught that exact, a $23 winner. But yeah, and then that was a race where the Michelle Nevin horse got pounded, the 6-5. Listen, I take pride a little bit in my morning lines, and that just had me baffled. I mean, horse did not get play off of a layoff, took a little subtle drop, and never really got play in his other races, and was bet into a Sagamore horse.
Right.
And there was another horse coming in for Chad Brown at Change Barnes. Shocking. And how about the other horse? Mahia's horse went to 3-5 last flash. Guys, 0 for 85 maiden special weight horses, and somebody nailed him a 3-5.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming, but good to see those connections. Winner race yesterday, so let's get right to it today. Big 10 race program today. We're off the turf. Race 1 will kick off the early pick 5 mandatory payout on the early pick 5 with that industry low 12% takeout. It paid 4 out of 5 big yesterday on the early pick 5 with all the upset winners we had on the card. So let's take a look here. Race 1, we're going to flat mile on the main track, 25,000 starter allowance contest, optional claiming 25,000 with all the scratches. I end up on the 8 here. Yeah. The 8 is Follow the Pedals for trainer Ricky Silliman. You like this horse as well. Sheldon Russell rides his 3-year-old filly today. Second off the claim. Horse was an 8.5 length winner 2 starts ago, going a mile in the mud here at Laurel Park, and ran okay last out in a very tough 2 other than allowance race. So gets a class relief today, I think, with all the scratchers. The best dirt for him with the 8, Follow the Pedals.
Yeah. She just better hadn't fall off the form a little bit more. If she does, she's not going to beat this field. I know she's got 4 lifetime wins. She is my top selection. Was against the grain of the racetrack against much better horses. I think she can bounce back and get a win today with Sheldon Russell. I also like the 5 in here, Aiden's Ragdoll. You know, a filly that showed potential at 2. She ran some decent races into some good horses and then just kind of tailed off. She got back on track yesterday, so had a good trip, a decent final quarter mile. She's tactical in here, shorter field, should be forward a long way.
All right, yeah, nice win last time for Aiden's Ragdoll. 2-time winner here at this track. So I like that filly. We both like the same 4 horses here in the opener, which kicks off the early pick 5. Let's take a look here at the second race to start the early pick 4 here in race 2. We're going 7 furlongs on the main track. Maiden claiming 25,000. Filly and mares 3 and up, and I go with the 3. She's got a shot. My top pick here, 3-year-old filly by Trap Shot. First off the claim here for Jeremiah O'Dwyer. Filly ran decent, 4th last out against Maiden, 15 at Keeneland. Now they put the blinkers on. This filly's run better earlier this year at Prairie Meadows. She ran a couple nice races against Maiden Special Weight Company going long there. So I think she has a nice foundation under her to get to 7 furlongs. The blinkers on should help. And this Jerry O'Dwyer small outfit, but they won a couple races here this fall, and they get a top rider, Fergal Lynch, to take the call.
Yeah, it's teamed up and done okay with Fergal Lynch. You see about a 20% clip, maybe a little bit more than that. She's got a shot, defeated last time at 3-1. Kind of looked like kind of a giveaway, but I guess the positive, they're going to raise this horse back up this afternoon, a notch off of that race. The blinkers go on. She should be forward, no doubt. Sindera, don't know what happened at Penn National last time, but, reached in and grabbed this horse from a Delacour barn to Tim Keefe. I'm not so sure about that one. Let's try a little price with the 6, Louise. Louise, 10-1 in debut. Kind of a bad actor behind the gate. Pre-race, you see that unruly, and had the inside on a muddy sealed surface. Gets a fast surface today. And I looked at the breeding. Everything kind of hinted towards turf, but this guy wanted to say, okay, we're going to go ahead and run this horse on the dirt. First time out. Past 5 years with runners making their second career start. He's done okay, 2 for 5. With a strong ROI. The only negative there is those races, those winners were on the turf stand. Right. But Louise showed a good flash of speed, a good acceleration after a slower start into the far turn, and then flattened out along the rail. I think that with this draw to the outside, Louise could be a forward presence, no doubt. Maybe a slight upsetter.
I liked her in the debuts. I love all the young great notions. Eddie Merriman, a good trainer up there at Fair Hill. So Angel Serpa will ride today. Gets a good outside post. Had to break from the inside in debut. Now breaks from the outside here in a 6-horse field. I'll use her in my top 4. Okay. The 4, Just So Story for trainer Ann Merriman, taking a drop in class here. Tried maiden special weight sprinting on the turf, then tried maiden 40 last out on a good racetrack going 7 furlongs. Drops to maiden 25 today. Kevin Gomez stays aboard for the 3rd start. Billy had a little useful maintenance 3 furlong work November 18th at Pimlico. So I'll take a shot here with the 4, Just So Story, see if she can wake up on the drop today to maiden 25.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, the 3's going to be such a short price. I mean, she kind of just looks like almost an omni fig. You look at those last couple numbers. Maybe the 1 could sneak in there. Let's go for the upset shot with the 6, Louise. 6-3-2-5 in race 2.
All right, let's take a look here at the 3rd race off the turf, going 5.5 furlongs here for race 3, claiming 16,000 for 3-year-old fillies or filly and mares 4 and up. Never won 3, and I end up on the 3 here. Lady Keswick, my top pick here. 3-year-old filly by Flatter for trainer Dale Capuano. The 5-pound apprentice Jose Bracho will ride this horse. So an okay 4th last out at this level when the race came off the turf. There's not much in this race. She'll get a good trip from the inside. Gets 5 pounds off with the Bug Boy. We're both on the 3, Lady Keswick here.
Yeah, I believe the 10 was also a later scratch in here. Greeley's busted out. So take some of the speed. That might help the chances of sudden hope. I'm sure the connections are glad to see Greeley's busting out of there. I might kind of toss that horse back in there now, the 9, as I think she's gonna be aided by that scratch. But Lady Keswick might be a little bit better on a wet surface, but last time I did have a legitimate excuse. Stumbled to the break, got in good position, then had its momentum stalled by the time the field hit the quarter pole. Angled back in and just didn't really kind of kick on like I thought. Against this field, I think she'll get a good stalking trip and go on by. She'll sustain this afternoon.
Well, as we're both on the 3, the 9, Sudden Hope I throw in there. This horse is running out of condition. This horse a never win 2 lifetime horse, but has some early speeds. Been showing a lot of early speed on the turf, but run some big numbers. Run some decent races on the main track, but the distance is the big question mark. Steve Hamilton should get a nice trip on the outside. It's just a question of how far Sudden Hope can go.
Yeah. Kitty's right. She certainly looks better on the turf, but against this field, I mean, I like the way she overcame adversity last time. Maybe she can kind of sit back and make a run from the back of the pack.
Yeah, it was a nice win coming off the layoff last out for Kitty's right. That was on the turf, though. So, all right, so race 3 scratches down to a small field. Let's take a look here at the 4th race to kick off the middle pick 4. We're going 6 furlongs on the main track, claiming 5,000. Filly mares 3 and up. And the one, Porte Cochera, is a late scratch. So the race, that was the 8-5 favorite. So the race is wide open now. I end up on the 6. Came Up Rosie here for trainer Franny Campitelli. Won the Beaten Nickel race last out back in early August. Been freshened since then. This is a tougher open nickel today. But the filly is a 3-time winner here at Laurel Park. 8 for 16 in the money overall. Hamilton should get a nice trip on the outside here with the 6, Came Up Rosie, who I end up on top after the scratch of the 1.
Yeah, timing the run is the key here. Steve Hamilton timed the run perfectly with the Iron Bank yesterday, and the nightcap at a good price. Tries to do it again with Came Up Rosie. She likes to flatten just a little bit late in some of these races, so he's going to sit back and really measure the horses up front. I think the 7, Blue Hen Madness for Scott Lake, back into the Lake barn. She's been in his barn a couple times, and she's done well with Scott Lake. Claimed the horse for $8,500. I'm not worried about the drop down here to the open nickel. Not a lot of quality speed in the race. Maybe Better Way could kind of force the issue up front or read all about it. I like Blue Hen Madness back in the barn. Favorable draw. Likes this distance. Back with Lake and Chiapi. His kind of money rider of late.
Yep. I like the 7. I use that one in my top 4. The 4, Better Way. We both have an exacta here for trainer Marco Salazar. A good second last out at this open nickel level. The winner of that race came right back to win. That race was going a mile, so I like the cut back here to 6 furlongs. You get 5 pounds off with the apprentice Carlos Carrasco with the 4, Better Way.
Visually, a real nice race for Better Way. Showed a couple runs, had the speed, rated back, and came again. Include Golden Next Out winner off of that race. Northern Prancer. I thought she'd run a little bit better last time. Really didn't kind of kick it in. You're going to get a little bit better price on her. Barn heating back up with Mary with that big winner yesterday afternoon.
All right, let's get a quick commercial break. Nice carryover today in the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6, a little over 5,100. I have a ticket that starts at race 5. We'll take a look right after this. All right, welcome back today at the races presented by Fidelity First. Let's take a look at the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Nice carryover today. They put about 5,000 new money into it yesterday, and then there was 3 singles going into the last race for a little over 7,500. They didn't hit it yesterday, but I think it'll be well played today. There's the carryover, $5,172. I have a ticket. Let's take a look, a $36 ticket for me today in the Pick 6. The first leg here, is that my ticket? Oh, okay. Race 5. Race 5. I'm 2, 3, 6, 7, 9 in race 5, guys. So it starts. Yeah. So that ticket's we'll fix the ticket. It starts in race 5. I'm 2, 3, 6, 7, 9 in the 5th race, going 5 deep here to kick off the Pick 6, and then going with 3 horses in the 6th race using the 4, 11, 12. We'll adjust the ticket and put it up later. But a nice maiden special weight here in race 5, going a flat mile for filly mares 3 and up. Let's take a look here. Video spotlight of the 7. Guess What? Here's Guess What's last race on the turf. A good effort for this Arnaud Delacour filly by Proud Citizen. A good second here on the turf. Had a good third in the debut on the main track.
Doesn't matter what the surface. It looks like she's a filly. This Proud Citizen filly that wants the lead, and once she gets the lead, she's going to prove tough to get by. She was kind of engulfed. Like 3 or 4 horses came up to her outside, leaving the quarter pole in this last race on October the 13th of our good turf at Laurel. We're going to be on the dirt today, and you just see the tenacity that this horse has through the final 1/8 of a mile. Everything's Copa was a decent price, was a little bit better there late, edged away to win clear. I like the debut run on the dirt up at Delaware. Larkin came back. Now, ran a 68, a decent number. Number's probably going to be good enough to win this, but that was a shorter field. That was an off-the-turf race that Larkin beat up at Suffolk. So, but guess what? I liked. She was just dead game last time. She's going to be a major player in here. But let's go again. A little higher price, I believe. Lemon Drop Kitty. Maybe we can get Jason Egan in the winner's circle again. Lemon Drop Kitty, full brother, 4 for 16 on the dirt. going long. Ran a 97, had another sibling 1 for 1. Now, that full brother was 0 for on the grass. This horse has only tried the turf. I think dirt isn't what's in order for her. This is what she wants. They entered her for the main track. Gets it. Let me drop Kitty. Rallies from off the pace to get the job done.
Yeah, Jason Egan, nice win yesterday. Make the rider Julian Pimentel on the 6th. Lemon Drop Kitty has a nice half-mile work here at Laurel Park, November 13th, 49-3. So I like the 6. The 2 I like as well. Stated here for trainer Doug Fount. Steve Hamilton rides his 3-year-old filly by parading. She hasn't been off the board in 4 starts. She's been right there knocking on the door against Maiden Special Weight Company. A good third 2 starts ago going around the ground. So I think she has a nice foundation under her to be fit enough for this 1 mile distance on a tiring main track with Steve Hamilton. So I'm 5 deep here on my pick 6 ticket using a 2, 3, 6, 7, 9. I think it's a wide open maiden special weight.
It is. You've got the motion horse, the 3 Worthy of Love, who didn't run, did okay on the turf, but also did quite well on the dirt. Was 6 for 13 on the dirt. Not for Loves, we know they can run on pretty much anything, so this horse would not be a surprise stretching out in her second start.
All right, so turn the page here. Take a look at race 6 to kick off the late pick 5. No carryover, but as always, more money back to you. More money back to you. All right, we have it. All right, let's throw the pick 6 up there real quick. There's a pick 6 here. It's a $36 play for me. Starts in race 5. I'm going with the 2, 3, 6, 7, 9. Then just 3 deep there in race 6. That's an open 75 off the turf using the 4, 11, 12. Race 7's a nice maiden 25. I'll use the 1, 3, 4 there. Race 3 is wide open. That's a 3 other than off the turf. The 3 Fear and the 8 My Enigma I use in there. I'm going to key on the 12 Kabang in race 9 for trainer Mike Trombetta and Edgar Prado going 2 deep there in the finale of the 110. So there's my ticket. You can find my ticket and everybody's ticket on the laurelpark.com website. Let's take a look here. Race 6 to start the late pick 5. Industry low 12% takeout here on both pick 5s. We're 5.5 on the main track here for race 6, claiming 7,500 filly and mares, and I end up on the outside here, the 12, my top pick here. Sippy Cup for trainer Robbie Bales. Carlos Quinones will ride. So 12-11 for me, 11-12 for you. This is kind of a head scratcher off the turf. Catching Fireflies, never run on the main track. She made a bunch of money on the turf now. First time on the main track and running the cheapest she's ever run for a while.
That's just scary, the 11th. Catching Fireflies. I'll take a shot and give her this one shot on the jam job for Super C Racing. Has 3 multiple winning dirt sprint siblings. Okay, horses that have run multiple times on the dirt. So I take that as a plus. The mare, Saluki, lone win was on the dirt. The only time she won was on the dirt. So I think value plus. He was okay. He had speed on the dirt. He was primarily, pretty much a dirt horse. He could carry his speed. So catching Fireflies, one shot here on the jam job.
All right. So yeah, I think for both these mares are going to get a nice trip on the outside. Be interesting to see if any claim slips are in on these on this. Well, the 11 catching Fireflies, 6-year-old mares made 176,000 on the turf. The 12 Sippy Cup made over 100,000. So all right, 12-11 for me, 11-12 for Keith.
Yep.
We both like the 4 as well here. Crystal Pier, useful 4th. 2 starts ago on the main track, 4.5 against Allowance Company at Charlestown. J.D. Acosta's been riding well. Rides this filly for trainer Kieran McGee. Should have enough. Should get a decent trip to get a piece of it.
Don't know what happened to her at all last time. She just didn't run a step. Before that, an okay belated rally at Charlestown. Her dirt numbers, her last 2 dirt numbers, aren't really kind of up to snuff of what I think would win this race. But we've got a short field. Question marks with the 11, even with Sippy Cup and Street Miss. She's going to have to come from far back, it looks like. But yeah, I'm going to key around the 11 and the 12 in here.
All right, let's take a look here at race 7. Race 7's a nice race, originally carded on the main track, 5.5 furlongs, maiden claiming 25,000 for 2-year-old fillies. This race kicks off the late pick 4 of the afternoon. I'm going to go with the 1 Goopy, first-time starter from the Wayne Potts barn, 2-year-old filly by Wicked Rich, the damn swimmer. She didn't do much. She was 0 for 4. This is the second foal. First Fall hasn't won yet, but Wayne Potts and apprentice rider Jen Miller, they've teamed up for at least one, I believe a couple first out winners this fall, and I believe one at Timonium as well. So they've done it before. This filly's well spotted here and against Maiden 25 for the debut. They're not doing anything crazy going against Maiden Special Weight Company. A couple okay works here at Laurel Park, 102 and then 49 and 2 for a half mile. Lasix in debut. I'll take a shot here with the one Goopy with Jen Miller.
Yeah, that 3-year-old full sibling just ran about a month ago. I believe it was at Delaware. Ran second in debut, then came back and didn't run as well in the second start. And Goopy, as you talked about, jockey trainer combo. They've been steady in these with these 2-year-old firsters. Simonella, I think, could end up the favorite in here. Though Jennifer Shannon 0 for 22 on the year, trying to get over the top. Sloppy sealed surface. You can toss the last. You go to any of the prior 2 races, and it works. This drop-in class could get it done for the 9 Simonella. I'm going to use her underneath. Top selection would be the 4 Deb's the Boss for Dale Capuano. By Haynesfield, a $40,000 purchase. Some steady works. Most recent, not too quick, but you go back to October, nice 102 and 3 breezing, October the 16th. Haynesfield, I should say Dale Capuano, 20% with 2-year-old maiden claiming firsters over the last couple of years. That's good enough for me. Scored with a firster recently, if I'm not a sloozer.
Yep.
So this is all right. So I'm going to go with the 4 Deb's the Boss.
I like that filly. You get the leading rider, Jevion Toledo, Lasix in debut. So this filly comes from a good family, has 2 older siblings that made over 100,000, 2 other ones that made just under 100,000. So this mare's thrown some runners. Probably this filly probably be getting bet at the window. You have her 7-2.
And the key is what you said. The siblings, the multiple winning siblings, and I think 3 of them, Stan, if I'm not mistaken, they won at the age of 2, so they won early. Yep.
And all right, so I like the 4. The 3, I throw in a mix. Menora Laura for Linda Albert. She's 0 for 7 as a 2-year-old, but was right there. Just got beat at this level last out. The 6, Good Gossip by Louis Couture's the Dam County Brass. She was 3 for 7, made 53,000. She won her second career start, maiden special weight at Charlestown. This filly has an older sibling that did win, Henry Walters. We know Henry Walters. He's a good trainer around here for a long time. This filly has a bunch of works over there at Pimlico. Gets Lasix in debut, gets Caramanos in debut. We'll get a decent price here on the 6 Good Gossip, and there's some nice pedigree there.
Yeah. This is an interesting race. Like I say, Simonella, Deb's the Boss. Maybe most of the money comes in on those 2. I had a real tough time lining this race, but you even look at Ruby's Fire. She's had some excuses. Freezing Waters in debut wasn't awful behind Simonella, but had the rail that day and flashed some speed. Got a little stamina build up on the turf. Questions abound here in race 7. I think if it's one of these races, your late pick 4, your pick 5s, you may want to spread around in here.
I hate to toss the 9 Simonella. I hate to be hard on the filly, but the poor girl, she's 0 for 10 now as a 2-year-old filly, and didn't run very well last out, but she is dropping today. Maybe that'll wake her up. Mejia won a race yesterday, so anything's possible.
And a 3 to 5. How about that?
All right, let's take a look. 3 to 5. Oh, someone knew something there. All right, let's take a look here. Race 8, nice 3 other than allowance feature of the day off the turf, 5.5 furlongs on the main track here. And while I end up with the 3 Fear, my top pick here from the Michael Lasessi barn, Elvis Trujillo, the rider. Elvis with a couple wins yesterday, and he rides this 5-year-old gelding who has won on the main track 3 times. So that's how I end up on the Fear. Hasn't been on the main track in a long time, but I'll go 3-1-4 here. And I'm 3-8-1, guys. I'm 3-8-1, 3-8-1-4 actually. Okay, I'm sorry. The 8's a late scratch. Okay, all right. My Enigma's a late scratch. Thank you, guys.
All
sorry,
right.
I didn't have that one earlier. So we're down to a 3-horse field here in the 8th race. So 3-1-4 for me. It's going to be an interesting riders race here.
You talk to Dave Rodman, announcers, and even chart callers. These are the races, easy for a chart caller, you would think. Well, we could find a way to mess it up, but the 3-horse, it's always tough, and that's a challenging call for an announcer when you get these shorter fields. But It should be close. I mean, Fear, is the only one that's won on the dirt.
Yeah.
Two-time dirt winner. I'll go with the 4. They call him the Kid for Robert Falcone. A couple good races right behind English Finish on the turf at Belmont last time out. But once again, has never tried the dirt. But Kid Magic, the dam, was 2 for 6 sprinting on the dirt. And I think might have had some other sibling. One sibling was 3 for 7 sprinting on the dirt. Another one 3 for 10. Hard spuns, they can run on pretty much anything.
Yep.
They call him the Kid.
They call him the Kid.
Yeah.
All right, well, a big $47,000 purse here for a 3-horse field. All you have to do is show up. You get $4,700 if you finish the race. So good luck to all the connections in the race. Thank you for staying in the race here as race 8 will kick off the final pick 3 of the afternoon. All right, let's take a look here at the 9th race. Going a flat mile on the main track for 3-year-olds and upward. Other than conditions here off the turf. I end up with the 12, Kabang, my top pick here. Good second last out when this race came off the turf. Good second behind Lipman. Got a respectable 70 Buyer speed figure. Edgar Prado's aboard last out. Prado back aboard today, and he's been having a good couple weekends here at Laurel Park. Trombetta having a solid meet. Kabang was forwardly placed last out, and I think he'll have a similar trip from the outside today.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Boca Scuttlebutt and Percy, I think, will go out and provide a decent pace, and that's going to be the key for the 3. Enough is enough. Really hampered last time out. You saw, look at the internals, 25 and 2, 50 and 1, 114 and 4. I know Rare Candy didn't come out of that race to run well, but King Koa did, I believe, win in New York. Enough is enough. We'll have enough here today at the 1-turn mile. I think this horse will sit mid-pack and grind them down late.
I ended up just staying with my initial turf picks here in this race. I thought they worked out on the main track as well. Jump Ship's in good form. Texas Zip's in good form for Shepherd.
Yeah.
The 10 Alive, same situation. I gave a couple looks at the 3. Enough is enough, and it just looks like the horse is just slow early, a plotter early, but maybe going to the second, the long stretch, going to the second wire, gets the leading rider Toledo again. And you'll get a decent price there probably on the 3. Enough is enough.
Yeah, I think the money certainly will come piling in on Kabang. Enough is enough. Let's say somewhere at around the 3-to-1 range when it's all said and done. Alive is okay. All alone, he's going to come from well back. Boca Scuttlebutt is maybe the value shot in here. That race back, that Foreign Life at Parks wasn't a bad race at all. Was claimed after that and hasn't really panned out. Showed a little bit more life last time. When down inside of a rival taking pressure. Back to the fast track could enhance the chances of Boca Scuttlebutt.
All right, so nice little allowance going a mile on the main track there to kick off the late double. Let's take a look here at the finale. Race 10, claiming 5,000. Everyone 2 lifetime. 4 Philly mares going 7 furlongs here, and scratched a 4 Wiggle Room. And the 7 Benchmark Babe, 2 of your favorites. So I end up on the 10 Cheetah's Tail. We both end up on the 10. The 10-to-1 morning line, but probably going to be one of your favorites with the scratch of the 2 favorites, I would imagine, in here. This horse been running decent against 8,000, 2 Life Company up there at Penn. Now takes a little drop here to this nickel 2 Life. The Maldonado barn having a strong meet. You get 5-pound apprentice Carlos Carrasco. Should get a nice trip coming from behind here on the outside.
Yeah, all these horses are going to kind of seriously come down with that 8-to-5 Benchmark Mabe coming out. Yeah, Cheetah's Tail, maybe you can get 3, 7-2, 4-1 on this filly when it's all said and done. North 8th Street will be the target. Looks like the speed of the speed, but does she really want to get the 7 furlongs? I don't know. Cheetah's Tail at least has the bottom into her off of the mile and 70 race at Penn National. Or try it, Laurel. Actually wasn't bad. It was pretty much her best number on the page of a 40, and that could be good enough to get it done. She could just make a steady run to wear down the speed. I said a lot of these horses don't look like they want 7.
No. Yeah. The one hashtag selfie dropped to this nickel 2 Life level last out. Didn't break very well, so maybe that was the excuse. Maybe didn't like the slop either. The filly is 0 for 3 in the slop. Gets a fast track today. Claudio, the leading trainer, gets the 7-pound apprentice, Franklin Sabalos. This horse could wake up today here if she can break a little bit better.
Well, you look at her last 3 races. You're right. Awkward break last time out. Rail on the 23rd. Inside basically the rail on the 9th of October. If that's the excuse that's the other one. Maybe she kind of made a little bit of a move 3 races back at that 5.5 furlong distance. Her best race was when she was able to clear going long and dictate. But she's going to have to, she's not as fast as North 8th Street early. It certainly doesn't look like. So she's going to have to show she can kind of sit off of that one and sustain.
All right, we like the same 4
Yep.
horses there in the finale. All right, hope you can come join us, win some cool stuff, Preakness tickets, Baltimore football tickets, dining gift cards, and more. Giving away some cool stuff today, some nice racing, nice carryover in that Rainbow Pick 6, a little shy of 5,200. That starts for you in race 5. So good luck today. Dave Robin, he's coming up next with all of today's scratches and changes.
Good luck.